It's recording
now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna listen to some music.
Spirituality.
No. They are not connected, no? It was on the phone, not on my earphones. And that was not what I was listening to. It was mindful. Do we have any other alarm set?
No.
Sure. Can I leave?
Yes, you can leave.
Oh, but I'm not connected. What is wrong with my Bluetooth? Ah, there you go. But shit, one is not working. Let's see. Yeah. I was feeling something in my stomach. Did you hear something?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you hear something? I was feeling something very strange. Poof, very strange. I don't know what it was. It felt like an alien inside. Ah. The arrival is the message of the evolution of the human society. Oh my god. Woof, I'm gonna stop this music. My god. I could stay there the rest of my life. Phew. Oh. It's much better than scuba diving. Oh, oh. Oh my god. I don't know, I said something. No? I said one sentence or something.
Yeah.
Some things, I don't know, it's recorded, but I don't know where I was. But I was feeling many things connected to higher levels of this that I have to tell you.
Yeah.
But it was crazier, much crazier, but I cannot remember. But I'm going to start from the beginning, which is remind me something that I have to tell you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to forget about everything to see what you mean. Okay, let me know.
The different options. You read. Read.
Ah, yeah, thank you. I don't know anything yet. I'm going to start from the beginning. Today I read. I don't know if. I think it was in Famino and Cansado Fans Club. I think, because this kind of things come from that. You are a journalist. I can tell you the story, how I read it, but I'm gonna tell you on 3D. Yeah. So you are here in the story.
Yeah.
You are the journalist
Yeah.
who is gonna write a report about how we treat the crazy people in this madhouse. And one of the first questions that you make is, why are they here? And they said, it's very easy, very simple. We make them a question. We put a bath tube full of water and we ask them, no, and we give them a spoon, a glass or something, or a jar, and I don't know the name of this, the one that I have in the washing
yeah.
machine, you know, that is black.
Yeah.
Well, in Spanish is barreño. Bucket. Yeah, probably bucket, or maybe it was bucket and barreño, you know, it was big difference of sizes, right? From one, the mid, and they say, so, so the ones who choose the spoon are the crazy ones. I said, no, all of them, because none of them would choose take the tap. So you would be inside, you see, because you didn't see it. That's the options I was telling you about. So everything is like that. So when I was coming from the car, and all my life I felt that way.
Yeah.
But I knew that by telling you this, you see, yeah, because I'm always like that. I'm always creating another one, because it's like living life thinking out of the box or searching for the 3 feet of the cat. You know, these kind of things that I've been always accused that I don't do it on purpose. It's just the curiosity flying away. And then the data connects and then you do it that way. You don't like it, fine. You love it, fine, perfect. What is the problem? As long as I am silk floating in the air. So the biggest weapon, that was the message. I said something before. The biggest weapon is to possess the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you do that, that was before the recording.
Yeah.
You have much more power than the biggest, strongest, more destructive bomb.
Yes.
Because in this other one, no killings are needed. It's just a big shock in the awareness, seeing that what you do wrong to the other, you are doing it to yourself. No, don't expect the karma. No. Feel it. The true way is that way, because you are betraying yourself for fears, traumas, or whatever you have.
Yeah.
So when I was coming back from the car with the camera, that I forgot, because I wanted to record a message that I had no fucking idea what it was going to be. I was just flowing with that, and that's the way that I'm telling you that past, present, and future is all together.
Yeah.
You've seen it now in all when I was taking a shower. So, the massive destruction power of this weapon, you understand, is that you can copy paste.
Yeah.
And you don't need to cut and paste. It's copy paste. So the humanity don't want that.
No.
Because something is like there is no other power. The power is in every single individual knowing that they are part of the same everything. But they don't want you to know that because they are the owners of the everything. They think so. But the everything is just going one step aside and say, what you're talking about? Don't you see it's sunny here, son of a bitch? But you are selling everybody the same story.
Yeah.
And I'm not against of anything like that. I am in favor of living, you know? So don't force me to be the way that I see that sun is too hot or sun is perfect or sun is horrible or whatever. But don't tell me this is the wonderful sun. Why? For you. How do you know I'm searching for that specifically? You understand? So I never know what I'm searching for because people are telling me what to follow. So that's the love that I'm talking about. You understand? When you observe people in the observer mode, you are the people are lighthouses and they're giving you that. You understand? So it's infinite paths where you are seeing the interconnections when you are in alpha state, not conflict at all. You understand? And people come with conflict. Doesn't matter. There is a barrier there. Doesn't matter if the guy is 2 meters or if it is a pit bull or whatever. It comes, boom, sit down here, boom. So I understand people that they want to live this life with grizzly and they are eaten sometimes. You understand? But I can understand it. I would never do it that way, but because I am crazier in many other aspects.
Yeah.
Not in that one only, you know, that one as well. I would do it, but not today. Because today it is about creating options. Yeah. And I had the perfect example, and of course I lost it. Because it was just like a, I don't know, marble or something, you know. Yeah. And in the inside, it was everything for me as a child, you know, all the information. I think we should give the information to children only with the marbles. Yeah. Giving them a marble and they only know what that means. And just with few classes, you know, yeah. It's just the least contaminated they are, the better explanations they can create. Yeah. Because they only need all that energy that is coming, learn to transform it into something that these humans want, but probably these humans need. Yeah. And we are all coming with that, but unfortunately, the societies are stronger and they keep killing us all the time. But from time to time, there is a time that it rains again, and all these seeds that they were cut can survive and appear again, like it can happen to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like because you know what I'm talking about. It's the story of my life, and the story of my life, it was always raining and always sunny. You understand? But in your story of life, it was probably always raining or always sunny. Yeah. And you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Because you have this life, and now you are learning to repeat it in all the possible ways, in smells, in dimensions that give you the opportunity of living your life in infinite ways. So it's like living in different universes every time you connect to a certain part of moment. That is not just to feel protected. No, it's you go there and you felt horrible, and then understanding that you feel protected now. You understand? And that's what you are not practicing, and that's what I'm saying. Because you are judging, and I say, whoa, everything collapsed. I am coming to the beginning, yeah. When you were cutting that, I remember, and then before going to the car and everything, and I said, oh my God, no, I cannot continue with that person. I have to go. And then I went to the car, I came, I was there with the music, I sent some messages, and then I said, maybe she's ready.
Oh my God.
The thing is that I forgot now the message. I was so happy to share it with you now that it doesn't matter. It will come some way or another because it is growing inside of me, since I felt an alien when I was there. Didn't you hear some noises?
Yes.
Come on, maybe they have to be recorded. I don't know if there was noises because I was with the music, I went beep, oh, bah, bah, bah. And then I felt like, like in these movies that it goes when the monster comes out of the water and is, and you think it's very, very fearful thing, and maybe it's paradise. So they are manipulating your emotions through the visuals.
Yeah.
You understand? I made some videos about this. As a matter of fact, I have to show you a movie that I have it in the pen drive. A Born of a Nation from 1917. And it is probably the first movie in the history that used the edition concept to change perspectives. The edition is that. Depending on what you do, how you do it, you are guiding the spectator into one or another direction. If that spectator is more open, can find other options, not only the eyes of the director or the actor in the movie. I'm getting lost. So, where are we?
I know it's so fast. 1 second delayed.
You hear the people outside? I'm thirsty.
There's a water bottle.
It was the structure of I give you some options and you don't take the one that in this case was very obvious because you know it, everybody knows it. But when I'm giving you this solution, the thing is that on the picture there are many bathtubs in the picture. So the only way that you can imagine is, okay, they brought this one here full and there is no way of emptying it, because they don't look like in a bathroom. There are several of them. So you would never think, so you would always answer that way.
Yeah.
Always. But in real life, it's always like that.
Yeah.
Always like that. They are giving you always communism, capitalism, all these dualities just to keep you there. How do you come out of these two options? Transcending, seeing the spectrum of everything, how many things are good, bad in their perspective, because in a higher perspective, it compensates with the other, and it makes this the one irrelevant. So when you start feeling this liquid structure, even if you don't know the structure, you can follow me. Because nobody can follow this audio. Nobody. So today I wanted, and I hope it's going to happen, to give the biggest example or give many stories where this is happening in real life, in other land. because everything is this structure. Everything. We are living the biggest lie ever. Even the liars, they don't know. They think they are truers. You know what I mean? Because they are not aware of this. They are only one part of the whole system, you know? And they don't know that they are system. So there will be always true ones, true everything, the true Berliner.
True Berliner.
Okay, I say, from where?
Yeah.
East or west? Oh, boom! Boom! I didn't do it because I was in a different mode. I would never do it to compete and to let the other one down.
Yeah.
And I am always in curiosity mode with people that I don't know. And I wanted information about Thailand, about this, and she was so about her that I said, okay, I have to get the juicy of the rest of the things because I'm asking about Thailand, know how wonderful you are in Thailand and how many people love you and they are waiting for you with your open arms. That's the definition of everything, you know, until I got some information. I said, oh my God, what the fuck? And she is in Osho International. And we were talking about Osho, and because probably she said something that I was saying or something. I said, I don't know who Osho is, but I don't care. I can agree with everything that he's saying, and what I'm saying, it comes from me. And she said, oh, I know that there was a caveman that was coming with these stories. I think he was having drugs or something. I said, so I'm having this without drugs, you know. And I said, but she wouldn't. She was, and then she said, what zodiac are you? And I said, no! What zodiac? I said, you cannot be more limited human concept than that. And then they don't believe in God. Maybe they believe in that. Oh my God. So I said, of course, that day I was so calm and cool. I could have learned much more, but of course, what do I didn't. I said, I don't give a shit about that,
Yes.
but I would like to know about it.
Yeah.
So tell me which one I am. And she said Sagittarius or something like that. And I said, no, not at all. I had a Sagittarius girlfriend, but we were very different. And even with a Cancer girlfriend, we were very different. And not in a bad way.
No.
Because it's Rossi, you know?
Yeah.
In an amazing way, but very different. But yeah, of course, in some things, we are the same.
Yeah.
When you share the level of pain for your dog's death, when you are in that frequency, in that big emotion that you are feeling, it can be laughing, it can be anything, many others that you can invent. That's what they are not giving you. They are not giving you these options to live life this way.
No.
You understand? So only artists are allowed.
Yes.
You understand? And by artist is everything who transport from the other dimension to this dimension for these people. They are milking us. So they are milking the artists this way, and they are making money for that. Perfect. For the ones who need money to take the energy and go the other way. Perfect. We can have a universe based on steampunk appearance. Right? It doesn't matter. Once you are beyond the words, beyond anything, it's just the beautiful or the ugly that you want it to be.
Yes.
It's like, what would you like to have as a girlfriend? A blonde one and beautiful, fat and ugly, an ugly, fat and very nice person. And then people are doing these kind of things, you know, and they are. There are many answers. There are many. But I was coming from the cat also with something like that, a game like that, you know? It's like, all of them.
Yeah, I want to say this. Yeah.
And if not, maybe none of them.
Yeah.
Because you can give me all of them, you know? And But people, now this sounds almost ridiculous if you give all the cases, but people are like, no, I don't like dark hair. So half a population, boom, gone. And so these people don't care about who they're gonna be with, because they are strangers for the rest of their lives. You understand? It has nothing to do with love. It's hiding love. It's the opposite of what I was telling you with the lighthouse, being the observer of the elements, how you interact with them. It is the bullet train effect, what I was telling you at the beach. And I was feeling it going to the ocean and becoming ocean. And that this I felt it many times, but I'm going to come with something, I think, because I felt it, I don't know if it was in the shower, whatever. I said, I need the camera. And I went downstairs. Yeah, maybe I have to come. Yeah, maybe you are ready now for the message. Whenever everything stopped, I came from there with this thing for my hair. Yeah. And I was giving you something, and you said, no, boom. You created your own mega protected universe. And I said, okay, bye. That's not what I want. I don't want to talk to that person. Yes, you are right, but I don't know about what, because I haven't said anything yet. You understand?
Yes.
So I needed you to be in Tai Fu Kuok monk mode, which can be laughing, can be relaxing, can be crying of pleasure or crying of pain, and it doesn't matter. It's being aware of everything. Wow, it looked like a picture. It didn't move at all, huh? Only a picture with a video with the water. What a great stabilizer in your eyes. But in the real life, it was like this, but your eyes are compensating the error. That's how people are living their lives, through the protection of their eyes to the mind, and you are censoring yourself. You're not seeing everything that you think that you are seeing. Let's see. So maybe the story comes from that. Okay, maybe let's see, who are you now? Who are you? Because if you tell me Mrs. Sissyland, I will go and come back later. It's just a game, and
Yeah, crazy land.
Perfect. So, the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And you are Judy Garland.
Yeah.
Claudia Schiffer version. I have to be a magician, because Claudia Schiffer was married with
Copperfield.
Copperfield. Ooh, the Mad Hatter, Alice. Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. Remember today, Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Jesus and Marianne. That's Don Quixote and Sancho Panza. When you see that in the real meaning that I've been saying it, because I didn't say Jesus and Mary, but it's another one that somebody can connect so easily. And they are characters like any of the other books saying the same thing. So, to tell you something, and to tell me, the movie I was talking about, The Born of a Nation, I only know about it because I was studying videography and cinema and all these things. And so we have to study a little bit of history of this and that, and then watch some movies, just like other people have to read some books, you know? And then you start seeing it with a metaphysical mind. And some movies that I never saw, I saw them already with that mind. And many movies that I already saw, that I liked them a lot, probably I didn't know very well why. No, Matrix I knew already before studying, because I studied like 10 years before, after, no, I don't know how many years, maybe 5 after Matrix. In Matrix I knew already that I missed many things, like in The Simpsons. I already know by The Simpsons, because many things are cultural things. If you don't know what it means to be in between a rock and a hard place, because in Spanish it's between the wall and the sword, then you cannot compare it. You understand? And things like that, there are infinite other, like you just jumped now because you say, it is so clear, but you didn't know the Spanish version. And then Pongo, it's impossible to see it from there. You understand? So if you don't know both, just know in the other, but maybe in German is the same concept as the English.
Yeah.
Or maybe as the Spanish, but you know it, I don't know. How is it in German? So yeah, I think, I have to come with that story. When I was coming here with the thing in my hair, I was telling you the story of the button. Remember? When I was in the bathroom, I was doing this in the bathroom, and I was feeling you sitting down there. Remember? And seeing me through the mirror, trying to see through the mirror, because you were seeing me from both sides, the left and the right through the mirror. Yes. You understand? And I felt that. And I didn't ask anything. I was sure that you knew what I was doing, and maybe you were going to help me if it was right or left, but I didn't care, because I was just there, knowing it. I said, okay. And you are like, what the fuck are you doing in there? How are you so fucking clumsy? Or what? And you were there, and then, okay. And then I finished. And you have no fucking idea. And you keep there and say, well, you were prejudging everything. Everything that you create with your mind of what was going on. You understand? Because what it really was, it's the only thing that you did never think about. Until you jumped when you saw and said, no, oh my God! And then you fear it. So, if you are a little bit more aware with the connections in between you, the mirror, me, and everything, as I was feeling it, you could feel it. Yeah. And we talk about it and do something about it. If that doesn't happen, then this or any other happens. So as long as none of them are very conflictive for you to kill me or anything like that, because when I came here, you were with the knife and you said, no way, bro. And I said, okay, I don't want to speak with this person. I will come back later.
I was cutting the sushi.
Yes. Yes.
And
you said no. No. You stop and say, okay, take it easy. Stop cutting. Stop cutting. And then I saw that it was not a good energy. I said, no. Okay. I come. Stop cutting. And then I come back. And then I was listening to the music. I went to the car. And then I said, okay. I told you all these stories to show you who was there and who is here.
Oh my God, I have to breathe.
How do you say windshield in German? Tell me, because I forgot. It was 3 things.
Windschutzscheibe.
Yeah, but it means wind is wind.
Wind. Safe. And
slide.
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 Yeah.
But it's a slide or a slider? because pronouncing in German? It's just this.
Like this.
Slide.
Yeah.
Or lamina. Yeah, I think it's slide. Slice. Slide was what I told you. It's what I told you yesterday about the slide, the children.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. No?
That's the slide. And then I told you, about the movies on the when you go to the video club and it's closed and you slide it in.
Yes.
The cassette inside.
Yes.
And that's a White Snake album, slide it in, but it's more in a sexual way. And there was a woman riding a huge, giant snake. But, and there was another, there is the apple. Is it, come and get it. But the apple is cut in two, and then the inside of the apple, what is the shape? Like, just like the woman riding the other, or Love Hunter, it's always about that. I don't know how high he can get in other ways. Because maybe he's so beautiful, that he sees himself so beautiful that he gets all this success and everything he creates is sold.
Yeah.
Perfect. You can be the biggest asshole, even with yourself, with your family, and with everything, because you are the prettiest, because you see yourself as the prettiest. This is a radical example of that, that there are people like that. And there are the other people that they feel uglier than they are. At all levels as well.
Yeah.
The ugliest and the beautiful people. And the other way in the other one, because you don't have to be beautiful to believe that you are the most beautiful.
Yeah.
You understand? And that is bringing a big problem. And if I don't say why, I am stupid. Because it is dividing things into two, right? Which is beautiness,
Yeah.
and identity. Mm-hmm. In that, you create a big spectrum that is like a micro galaxy, micro universe and micro galaxy is the same as a concept. But the science would say, wow, it's 1,000 million times bigger, Yeah, and you can use it in that. And you are right as well. But that doesn't mean that I am wrong, because it is not that. You understand? I am giving you all the time examples of creating other options. And this morning and yesterday we were talking about this, remember? I said, yeah, of course, you said something, I said something. I said, I'm not saying yours is incorrect.
No.
I am saying that it could be this and that,
Yeah.
or that. Yeah. But this is for sure, and that is not for sure for this and that reason. Remember the temperature and blah, blah, blah. Many different options are there. When you see it that way, even it's difficult to believe, but you find people that they are against that way of thinking, of living life or moving. You understand? And they find it offensive, even if you don't open your mouth. Anything, it can be your long hair, your earrings, anything.
Yeah.
But so that's why I know what it is to be the black sheep, and I am not an elephant. So I'm not naked in the center of Madrid. So it's easy adaptation that is not changing your essence at all. At all. And when people identify with an idea, they are affected by everything.
Yes.
And listen to me. I'm telling you today many times, in many different ways. If you get lost, if you get know faith in yourself, at least remember how to feel like a Tai Fu Quoc monk. This is the only true experience at highest levels that you had in your life. So you can take only this as the biggest experiences of your life and grow however you want to. But nothing else can be bigger than that. And not because I'm saying it. Because the rest is inside this.
Yeah.
It's not this or the other.
No.
It's every single day is the best day of your life.
Yeah.
Always. And the best day is not today, it is. But then it's tomorrow. Why? Because you've been living all your life, every single thing, horrible, good, the best day of your life, the worst day of your life, the best day of your life, because the best day of your life can never be one day. Then you are not living your life anymore. You have to be living the worst day of your life and the best day of your life many times before you feel that when you are the train of that, then you know that you are all of them plus today.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the option that I've seen many, probably 20 years ago, and nobody give a shit about this concept. You understand? But that's as important as live the present.
Yeah.
The same thing, but people don't understand it because they learned the sentence. I live the present, I live the present, I live the present. What was I doing 5 minutes ago? Live in the present, oh, I live the present, I live the present. Theory versus practice.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be versus, because you can learn theory with practice when practice is not the way they are doing it based on with theory. Is when you infer the theory through that practice. So electricity, right? Something like that, and then you infer it. The temperature, this. The children need to learn how this earth, the environment works. And not start following what their parents and teachers are saying. Because that was their experience based on their emotions and their fears. But if you don't tell me not to do it, but the thing is that it's not this or the other. It's like a sponge. And the sponge has liquids. And you can press and inflate. And the child is all that. So how humans teach children in order to help to connect their space milk with the brain and the body. Space milk, call it whatever you want. Energy, soul, spirit, God, call it whatever you want. If you don't give this magic gift of nature and appreciate it like it was every single one, that Jesus, that Buddha, that Socrates, if the rest of the civilizations didn't get this as a basic point of no duality, they are either auto-destructing or distracting others, never preserving and creating. only when the message changes. The message is the same. The messenger is changing with the same message. And the message is here for everyone to get it. But they are inventing baptisms or workshops or arts or stories or books or movies, and they only see that shiny thing and they become worshippers of that because it's the best unimaginable concept that they could ever reach in their life. And they got it. And they are in the highest level of perspectives and dimensions. But that poor person is still a person. And that's why he's so proud of being in the highest there, not knowing that that's one small laser ray in the whole universe. In a much multi-dimensional way, the other messages, all the books, all what that I was saying about Jesus and Marianne, Don Quixote, Sancho Panza, Ursula, I was not thinking about Jose something, I forgot, because I was emptying one ear and then compensated. And why compensation is coming here? Why compensation sounds good, bad, or neutral, depending on where you are. You follow it? Yes. Compensation. It has these three positions, right?
Yeah.
And then you get like a compass, you go there, and it's a roulette. Why don't you get that? You know, because the other way is what you've been told through the fears of the other people previously being there. You understand? And when people tell me, go there or don't go there, in Asia, I will go or not, but not because you tell me. It's just because I have some information and I will decide if I'm going, but not based on your experience or yes or what, but I am not following your experiences. If you are giving me that experience with that passion that is impossible not to go, you know what I mean? But I never speak with people like that because you can get this state without going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's another option that people don't take it. They want you to go somewhere. I'm going to sell trips of whatever. You understand?
Yes.
Everything is like that. Everything is artificial. Absolutely everything except the truth.
Yeah.
There is only you and everything that you start hesitating, and then it's ping, Legos, ping, pam, ping, pam, ping, pam. And then you have the Legos in your heart, like a good memory or like a horrible memory because you didn't have money and your friends had and you didn't. It's another spectrum. It's how you feel based on that. Yeah. Being aware of everything, you understand? And how are you aware? Just like the tube. Yeah. With the spoon, you're ridiculous, take this. Yeah. Take it out. You don't have to do any effort. The easiest is always the best way. The best way to go is the easiest, always. But some people, they prefer, because we have this culture of working hard. And if it is so easy, it is going to be cheap. As cheap as it has no price. Yeah. Giving this message is priceless. It doesn't mean cheap or expensive. You know what I mean? It's priceless. And that's it.